Hey guys, Sublord here, back in with another action figure review. Today we'll be wrapping up our looks at the Mythic Legion's Armory Gladiators. A lone tier for the Mythic Legion's Armory Gladiators. Or will there be? I'm not sure. I've been kind of a negative Nancy all week with these figures, which, you know, guilty as charged. But I'm sure somebody's going to be all, why'd you buy them? Because I could. Bunghole. Either way, today we're going to be taking a look at the white, quote-unquote, vampire brought to us by the fine folks over at Horsemen Studios. Now, I was hoping to do a quick head swap with the open mouth vampire head from the All-Stars, I want to say it was 5+ head pack. The one I mentioned in my Fury Gladiator review from the other day, because the demon head I was referring to came from the same head pack. Turns out, I don't know where the heck those are. I know I still got them. I didn't get rid of them, but they must be in storage somewhere, which is just great, because this guy clearly has a freaking orc head. They called him a vampire, and he has an orc head. It didn't look like that on the website either. It looked like he had the fangs, not tusks, but I guess I was deceived, and that is stinky poo-poo, because other than that, this figure is freaking awesome. From the neck down, this is a perfect Gladiator build figure, in my opinion. The white skin with the crimson blood red armor with that metallic sheen to it friggin' pops like the Dickens, and I am all here for it. So, with that being said, why don't we cut right to the chase and get into the meat and taters of this review and take a look-see at all our quote-unquote vampire friend here has to offer in terms of accessories. Again, he comes the same crap as the other guy. He's got the same belts, the same weapons, the same He-Man bracers, all that's the same. What's different are these open hands in white. So you get those. You also get this Malefa demon tail in white, which might look good on the Varg. You are so inclined to throw that on him. We also get the Iron Mask in that crimson color with the smoke trails coming out of it. That's cool. And as far as unique accessories go, that's pretty much it. That's all you get as far as unique accessories. As far as I know. I could be wrong, but it looks like all the weapons are the same, all the belts are the same, nothing's really different there. Pauldrons are different. They're the same as the Fury guys, but this time in that metallic red. And then he's got metallic red armor going down. It looks good. At least I hope it's metallic red. If it's just black, I'm going to be like, what? Why? He's got his loincloth there. He's got his belt. Now this belt, yes, it fits, but you really got to stretch it to get it over this belt. And it is a pain in the butt. Just look at that white orc head. It just looks so not vampire to me. I need that screaming head on here. That'll look so cool on this guy. And I think the Fury vampire head will look good on the other guy. So maybe I'll do that. And as far as articulation goes, his head will rotate. He's got the disc hinge, but it's stiffer than a dog. So be mindful of that. Shoulder armor can pop up. You can pop a shoulder up, back down, forward and back. Single jointed elbow with rotation. He's got his Danny Ketch gauntlets on. He's got swivel hinge wrists. Torso can lean back, lean forward. Waist twist is fine. He has probably the tightest joints. Like, his hips are both rock solid. They kick out, kick forward and back, thigh swivel, single jointed knee, swivel below the knee, and he has a hinge in the foot with a swivel and a rocker, and of course peg holes. Now, I will say, if all these guys were as tight as this dude, I would have no problem with these figures. But the fact of the matter is, the green demon had like 3 loose joints. The gray demon had 1 loose joint. It had to be his freaking foot. Couldn't have just been a hand or something. Hand I wasn't going to use. And then the Fury guy had a loose knee as well. So, it's like, I don't know if it's just because this guy has the Valiant parts. I thought most of the parts were the same, but maybe I'm mistaken. But either way, this guy has the tightest joints, at least for me. I will say, the upper body, so like the Barbarian parts, the new Barbarian parts, do feel really solid. Nothing to complain about there other than the hands popping off, but I can fix that with a little bit of hairdryer action, I think. That will probably remedy that. But as far as like hinges in the knees go, I never have luck tightening those, so I don't even bother. I just up customer service and probably end up paying almost $15 to ship them like a handful of parts that probably wouldn't cost much of anything to fix. So screw me, I guess. But at least this guy's good, right? Right? Anyway, let's not get dramatic here. It's just a freaking toy review. But at any rate, with that being said, I think it is time now that we move right along and take a look at some size comparisons. First up, here's the quote-unquote white vampire gladiator, complete with tusks, alongside the fury red gladiator, as well as the green demon gladiator, both of which we have looked at here on the channel, along with the gray demon gladiator. So please check all those reviews out if you haven't already. Would really appreciate it if you did. And side note, there is a fury red vampire head that I wouldn't mind popping onto this fury red gladiator fella over here. So anyone got one of those, let me know. I'm definitely interested in testing that out. If I'm not mistaken, it's the not Vorgus Vermilius, Baron Voligar version 2 head with the scar on it, which makes sense for a gladiator. And not for nothing, as much as I like the Fury Demon head on this Fury Gladiator, we already got a red demon. Her name is Zarya. Well, I guess she's maybe more of an orange. Either way, we ain't talking about him. We're talking about this white vampire, supposed vampire. He looks fine next to these two. What can I say? It's Mythic Legions. The scale is not necessarily the end-all be-all thing for this line, especially since a lot of them use this 1.0 build and share a lot of parts. So getting these two out of the way, so we can bring in our two regulars. Brother Mendibilith, right there. And the infamous 11 Spawn, who, as usual, towers over everyone. So, with that being said, it's time now that we wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and aside from the supposed white vampire not having a vampire head, yes, I'm going to be salty about that until the cows come home, despite the fact that I have plenty of vampire heads. This is an orc head. Specifically, I think it's the Urzok head, because it has tusks, not fangs. There is a difference. But other than that, which is literally a head swap away from being solved, I think this is probably the better of the gladiator figures that I picked up anyways, because he's got fully armored legs, no freaking pants, no freaking boots, and the metallic blood red just works well with a vampiric character like this. I think this is a really solid figure, and if you missed out on him during the in-stock sale or the direct pre-order from Four Horsemen themselves, definitely pick one up during the pre-order through retailers. This is not one you're going to want to miss out on, because it's been a while, as I mentioned earlier, since we got a vampire character in Mythic Legions, like an honest-to-God vampire character, which is kind of a shame, because Ilithia's Brood seems like it's the smallest faction as far as the bad guys go, and well, I like me some vampires. I would love to see more of them. Hopefully we do. Fingers crossed. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.